on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am back in now with a recap of the Black Ink Crew. This is going to be Season 3, Episode 11. This is not a talk show. Okay, y'all. I'm tired as hell. Right now, it's 1:49 a.m. I have to get up at 5:30, child. But I'm dedicated to getting back on the swing of things with my videos, so here I am, get them done. And we start this episode off with Puma, Sassy, and Kwani working on this Urban Ink magazine. And Puma is saying that, Buck trying to be in the Black Ink magazine, he wants to reach more, more people. So, he gonna fool with the Urban magazine. And Kwani was still on 20, y'all. She still was putting 20 on 10, kind of, from last week, when we was all confused, like, what the fuck did she really go off about? And she goes on to explain that, her and she's aware that Caesar had a falling out with her husband, okay? She already know that has happened and things were not resolved. And she felt like that Caesar should have never came to her house, period. And that maybe Big Joe was somewhat of a bully because he came with him. Not realizing that wasn't the case at all. Now, I get her on this. I kind of think that Caesar shouldn't have showed up at that woman's house, considering the nature of the relationship that, he has currently with Puma and, everything. So, I don't think that conversation about being in the Black Ink magazine, Joe could have handled that on his own, because we know from previous, from last season and what we've seen of him this season, he always has been the one to come to them and try to keep them, aligned. He always tried to keep them together, make them be adults, think on a bigger level, let's make this money type of person. That's who the type of person Joe is. And I don't think that he came there with any malicious intent, to try to strong arm Puma into doing anything. I think that maybe, Caesar should have stayed away. He wasn't really needed to accomplish anything, so he shouldn't have really probably came to that woman's house, and that made her feel some kind of way. And now looking at it, from her perspective, I kind of understand why she went off, even though I think it was a little bit excessive. It's about interpretation, how she felt when she saw them at her door. So that's what happened with it, But the bitch still went too far with it. Next, we see Caesar and Duchess, and they finally telling folks now that they are engaged, and they announced that they're having a, engagement party. However, Duchess did tell Caesar that, he didn't ask for her hand in marriage and from her dad. And Caesar goes on to say that he didn't know that he had to. He thought that was just something that, people from the South do. He's from up north, so he didn't know that was, something that was necessary. He equated that to being just a Southern thing, not realizing that it is not a Southern thing. It's not about demographic. It's about respect. It's just a respectful thing to do. But in his defense, he did say he didn't know. And then I think C's probably halfway as scared to talk to Dutch's dad, because he's an ex-Marine. He don't look like he played, and the man has a fascination with guns. So he probably didn't really know how to even if that did enter his mind to ask that man, he didn't know how the man was going to take it, because of course he knows about, what happened with him and her before, as far as him cheating on her. So he told her he didn't know he had to do it, but Duchess went on to tell his ass that if my daddy don't approve, we're not doing this right. And I wasn't mad at her. I felt like that, okay. I feel that. When next doing this episode, y'all know every episode they have somebody come in, they do a tattoo, and you get a little backstory on them, and the significance of what the tattoo is they getting. And during this episode, those were, one was with Duchess. She did some kind of tattoo between her cheek breasts. I'm assuming that's some form of girl empowerment, whatever. And C's did have a girl that came in there, and this bitch wanted him to do a tattoo from her shoulder down to her ankle. And he was in there telling her, girl, your body gonna go into shock. Do you know the level of pain that you would be on, getting something done like that? Maybe you should, get it done in one centralized location. That way, healing time and, everything will be better for you. It's tolerable. So she agreed to do it on her back. And, during that meeting, she was in there. Well, while she was in there, she started trying to flirt with him a little bit, and he shut her ass down real fast. Good for you, C's, by the time you do some right shit. But he let her know he had a fiance and all that old bullshit. So that little girl know to back the fuck out, but they always got to keep conversation going with the artist. So she went to asking him shit about, how did he know that his fiance was the one, blase skip. Child, I ain't got time for that. We moving forward. Okay, next they had a party, and they do it in a 20s theme, It was real nice. It was cute, little cute shit. And Walter's in there telling C's, because he, C's and told him what's the deal on having to tell, ask the man for Dutch's hand in marriage and shit. And Walter's like, why don't you just go and ask him? He right here, right now. You right here, right now. Go and get it over with. But Child C's was like, shit, I don't know about that, but, later on, he do take care of that, because they wind up going on a fishing expedition, and C's tells, him that, he didn't know that he was supposed to come to him and ask for Dutch's hand in marriage. He don't know too much about, marriage etiquette, wedding etiquette, things of that nature. He don't know the precursors to just standing there before the judge or the pastor and being pronounced husband and wife. He ain't know nothing about that. And they talked about it, for a little while, and he did ask her dad for her hand in marriage. And the gist of it is they had a really nice conversation, but Dad let him know straight up, look, as long as you treat my daughter right, you okay. But if it gets out of hand, just know I'm coming for that ass. And he gave approval, and that was that on that, which was pretty good. Next, we see Sassy and her girlfriend Didi, and they getting ready to have dinner with Sassy mom. And I'm like, Lord, here we go again. Because y'all remember last time she was kind of, her mama was something else, child. But, before she get there, Sassy's telling Didi about, her mom had went back to her parents and told them about, Sassy's decision to be in a relationship, a gay relationship, lesbian relationship. And I guess the old folks weren't having this shit because they didn't want to have no meeting in it. I guess they pretty much kicked the bitch out the cabin, out the family for that shit. Old people don't really understand or want to. They set in their ways, and they don't come from that era. So I'm assuming by the way the conversation was going, the grandparents was like, fuck that, we ain't dealing with that. That's it, But anyway, her mama did show up, and, we thought she was going to trip, but she actually came in there with a decent attitude, and she did apologize, to Didi and everything for their last meeting. But she just told her straight up, I love my daughter. And I can understand that when you love your kids real strong like that, you be a little bit overprotective of them. And you may come across as mean, but you don't mean no harm. You just protective of what's yours, you see? So, she asked Didi, how Didi mama and dad and them, on her side of the family, how they was taking it. And Didi kind of got sad because she had to tell them that her mama said that she wasn't having that. She wasn't in agreement with her being with Sassy, and that she wasn't, willing to have no sit-down dinner with the Sassy's people or Sassy. Her mama just not having that. You could tell it was bothering her. And Sassy mama felt some kind of way, but she also had compassion for this girl because she was about to cry. And, you could just imagine not having the support of some of the main key players in your life. And that prompted Miss Sassy mama to get up and get a girl a hug. And I thought that was really nice, show her some comfort, because I know that got to be hard to know that you live in a lifestyle that you really believe is for you. You probably felt like that half your life, and now you ready to tell people, about the love of your life that you found and live in your truth, and no one wants to support that. So I felt bad for the girl, but child, it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to go on over to the Black Ink crew, back over there up in the black shop, and Chloe, which is baby mama number 2, and O'Shea is sitting in there, and they just, talking and stuff, and here come Kathy, baby mom, Akila's baby mama, and she's supposed to be coming in there to get a sample to carry her ass on to get her, DNA done, because she's saying that the child is his, and he's saying it ain't. So she coming there to get a little sample, and instead of Kathy just getting the sample and going on by her business, See, that's the problem with Kathy. Kathy like to start shit with old shit all the time. She like to push, push, push. She don't handle shit like an adult. She handles shit like a child. And she started asking him shit like, cause when she walked in there and told him what she wanted, he didn't have no motherfucking attitude. This bitch walked in with one, and I'm sure it probably heightened by 10 decimals when she saw that Chloe was sitting up in there, and seemed like everybody was getting along, right? Well, she won't start asking him questions about where his DNA test is and all that old shit. And those shit told her, look, don't worry about what I got. My shit is done and it's put up. I got that information. Go do what you gotta do. And, you know, she just kept talking shit and trying to put their little business out about what she had, who she took care of, why old shit was fucked up and all that. You know, just a whole bunch of bullshit. That's why you really can't deal with her. You know, we be wanting to be on Kathy's side about some shit because old shit is a fucked up individual. But this bitch so immature and always picking at the boy. It kind of make you not go for her and give her any support because, bitch, you always starting. Well, you know, that's what the fuck she did. She started the shit and he gave it to her, but he did wind up saying that, you know, dealing with her make him feel like having a drink. And I just really hope that he don't fall like that. You know, maybe you need to distance yourself from her. Yeah, if y'all gonna co-parent or whatever, sometimes it's okay to have a mediator, a moderator or whatever it is, you know, that will step in and be able to communicate for both y'all, because when you try to do it on your own, it's too toxic and not good for the child. So hopefully that'll be something that we might see happen in the near future. We also saw Sky get out of jail, y'all. We'll see more of that next year. Next week. Shit, y'all, you can tell it's almost 2 a.m. My ass starting to have words. At least not formulate them hoes the way they supposed to. But any damn way, that was pretty much the end of it. Next week, we're going to see this fight. I think it's going to be involving Puma and them, you know, because like I told you, it's bad blood between them two, and it hasn't been resolved. We also see, you know, legal proceedings start to be initiated. I think they're going to put some type of restraining order or something on his ass, and we'll get more information on Sky's return from the tent jail over in Arizona. And that was about it for the show tonight, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I will be bringing videos late night because I have to do If Loving You Is Wrong. So I will do it tomorrow night. It's going to upload late, so it'll be for you guys on Wednesday morning. If nothing more, I can't think of nothing else I need to say. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.